Hey guys, it's Tricky Nick. Before we start today's video, I wanted to thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers. This channel has been going very well lately. I mean, before I even got this video out, I'm currently at 118, which is that's crazy. So thank you guys so much for that. Anyways, let's start today's video. I love the 2D Mario games. In fact, my first ever game I got was New Super Mario Bros. DS, apart from Monster Lab, which I didn't really play as much. But apart from ports, we haven't seen a 2D Mario game in 7 years. Not to mention, the most recent 2D Mario game was kind of disappointing. It didn't really do many new things other than the acorn suit, and that's about it. I really started to miss playing 2D Mario games. They were always my favorite Nintendo games, and I know what some of you guys are thinking, what about Mario Maker? And yeah, I guess you're right, but the levels not made by Nintendo really just don't feel the same to me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love playing some Mario Maker, but it just has a different feeling. To make me feel better about the lack of 2D Mario games lately, I'm going to be going over my predictions for what is next for 2D Mario games and when they will come out. So let's get started. First off, release date. I think the next 2D Mario game will be coming for Mario's 35th anniversary. As some of you guys know, there's evidence to say that Nintendo will be remaking 3D Mario games for the 35th anniversary. But where did Mario start? In 2D games. Also, Nintendo has not made a 2D Mario game for the Switch that isn't a port. For these reasons, I think Nintendo will be making a 2D Mario game for the 35th anniversary. Next, I'd like to discuss what I think this next game will be. It will probably be one of two things. 1, New Super Mario Land. Or 2, New Super Mario Bros. For the Switch. For today's video, I'm going to go in depth as to what I think these games will be. The first one I will be discussing is New Super Mario Land. Since the release of this game will probably be for the 35th anniversary, what better than a remake of a classic? For those of you who aren't familiar, the original Super Mario Land is a game originally released as a launch title for the Game Boy in 1989. Unlike preceding platform games of the Mario franchise, the game takes place in Sarasa Land rather than the Mushroom Kingdom. Super Mario Land also introduced Princess Daisy, the game's damsel in distress. An evil alien named Tatanga is the main villain, and most enemies in the game are not related to creatures found in earlier Mario games. I know Super Mario Land is somewhat of an obscure game, but there's a big reason why Nintendo would remake this game. The past few 2D Mario games have received a lot of complaints about how samey they all feel. The story and characters are the same every time, and the style and levels of each game is also the exact same. But with a new Super Mario Land game, this would really spice it up. This game could probably have 2 worlds. The first would be Sarasa Land, obviously, but the next world could be going back to Mario's world, just like in Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. This would be a great way to expand on the Mario story. Instead of having the classic story of Peach being captured, Mario could first save Peach from Tatanga, and then when they return to his home, Wario has taken it over, and now he has to win back his homeland too. This would be a great way to expand on the length of the original games because they were pretty short. The playable characters would most likely be Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Toadette. While these characters aren't very new and original, I don't really see them being anything else. With the new technology, Sarasa Land and Mario's home would be able to play way more levels. I haven't even mentioned the content of the levels yet. New Super Mario Land could bring back old enemies and bosses in glorious HD. Nintendo would have a lot of new worlds to craft, such as the Turtle Zone, the Macro Zone, the Tree Zone, the Pumpkin Zone, the Space Zone, and the Mario Zone, which would all be in the second world of the game after you save Princess Peach from Tatanga. They could also bring back all old power-ups and make some new ones too. Overall, New Super Mario Land would give Nintendo a lot of opportunities to change the 2D Mario formula and break the mold. This is a game I would love to see. The next game we will discuss is New Super Mario Bros. For the Switch. This would be a direct sequel to New Super Mario Bros. U instead of a remake. While this game would follow the classic storyline with the same characters as always, I think there's a lot of room for improvement. First off, as much as I love the Koopalings, they need more difficult fights. This could be done by giving them 5 hit points instead of 3. They could also have slightly faster attacks so the player can't just hit them without being attacked. Another solution to make the game's boss fights more original would be to use the Broodals instead. This could bring Mario to the moon as the final world instead of the lava biome we're all used to. There would also be other new worlds instead of the same 8 worlds over and over again. Some of these could include a world based on tick-tock clock and a sporting arena. The tick-tock clock could force Mario into a mini form so he could fit into the clock. This would force him to traverse the entire world as a mini Mario, which would make it a lot more difficult. The sporting arena could bring back Charge and Chuck and add new enemies that have similar designs but based on different sports. Adding new worlds to this game would really create variety. This game would also really need to bring back new power-ups, but I think some old ones should also be back. This game really wouldn't have as much to work with as New Super Mario Land would, but it could still be really cool. While we don't know for sure what the next 2D Mario game will be, I think my guesses are pretty good. If you guys have any other opinions that you'd like to share, put them in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more Nintendo content, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.